Folks, Tony Inganji is my name, and I'm here because of Arise Education. They've invited me to come and review one of the best books that have had tremendous impact on my life, and that book is none other than The Go-Giver. Go-Giver by David Mann and Bob Burg. So often in time we hear a word that we grew up with a saying that they will always told us to become go-getters. So this book talks about a man called Joe. He was a go-getter, he was a salesman, and just like any other salesman, he worked his day in and day out to work hard to get bread for his children. But he was not satisfied with the result that he was getting. So he was introduced to a man, a very successful millionaire mentor called Pinder, who takes him to a journey over 5 days, and throughout these 5 days he meets different people that Pinder had helped and mentored. And he talks about the 5 stratospheric laws of success. And I'm going to take you through these laws of success, 5 of them, and I'm going to try and share the lessons that I got from them and how they've helped me, and I hope they're going to help you as well. So the first law is the law of value. It says, I'm going to try and be specific with the words that are in the book. It says that your worth is determined by how much you give in value, not take in payment. Now, what I didn't tell you about myself is that I'm a founding director and managing director of Elevators Group. And in my company, we focus on this clause of value, giving more in value than you take in payment. Always give extra than you are paid for, and you're going to have an increment in payment. Number 2 is the law of compensation. It says that your income is determined by how many people you serve and how well you serve them. Think about it. Most often in time, most of us, we live by 3 dimensions. We survive, we save, and we serve. But this law of compensation says that you have to go an extra mile, not only survive and save, but also serve people. You contribute to the world around you in order to get an increment in the compensation that you get. The third law is the law of influence. It says your influence is determined by how abundantly you place other people's interests first. Now, in my earlier ages of my career, I started a nonprofit organization called Orators Africa, and we surrounded our belief on this clause of having more influence and serving more people. The more people you serve, the more influence you have, and the more influence you have, the more power you have. It's all about putting other people's interests first. In the book, David Mann and Bob Burg, they trash the psychology and philosophy of 50-50 rule. It says that now that I've scratched your back, you gotta scratch mine. So they trash it by saying, whenever you give 50% and you receive 50%, you're putting away the other 50. Think about it. How about if you give 100% and receive 100%? So in this book, he talks about Joe, who has his wife called Suzanne, when he goes back home after a very long, tired day, and he goes back to his home to find Suzanne that has had a very, very tiresome day, and he wants to open up and tell her how his day was and all that. But after remembering what Pinder had talked to him, then he just decided to keep quiet and listen to his wife. The wife talks about her day and the challenges she had faced and fell off to sleep. And in the next morning, Joe received something that he had first received in their honeymoon, a handwritten note thanking him for listening to her. So you got to try it for yourself. Give 100% and be willing to receive 100%. The third law is the law of authenticity. The fourth law is the law of authenticity, and it says that the only valuable gift you can offer to this world is you. And I relate this to this clause that says that the quote that says that whenever you're trying to be like somebody else or trying to become like somebody else out there, you're denying the world and us an opportunity to experience you. Think about it. You were created unique, and this world needs you as you, not like somebody else. So the most valuable gift you can offer to this world is you. And the final law is the law of receptivity. I love this one. This one says that the key to effective giving is to stay open to receiving. Now, folks, think about it. We as human beings, we breathe in oxygen and we take out carbon dioxide. Trees and plants out there breathe in carbon dioxide and take out oxygen. So what I'm trying to say here is that our giving is their taking, and their taking is their giving is our taking. This is how the whole world is. Most people out there are often in time they say that me, I'm a giver, I don't want to receive. But the key to effective giving is staying open to receiving. Now, folks, before you give, first receive. And before you receive, give in. Before you speak, you got to think. And before you think, you got to read. Now, that's the end of the book. I really recommend each and everybody to go read this book. This book has shaped my performance in my normal life and in my business world, and it has changed the way I look at things and people around me. And ever since then, I've never been the same. Now, folks, if you're out there and you want to read, you're a reader, you want to start reading, please come to Chimirongo to Arise bookstore. Get yourself a copy of a book that different, every type of book that you want to read that is going to change your life. Until next time, cheers.